Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and Vivo just sent over their new X100 Pro flagship phone, which features the latest Dimensity 9300 chip from MediaTek. This is the first phone that I'm going to try with that chip inside. Now this phone has a triple camera setup. All three lenses are 50 megapixels, so that I'm excited to test that out. It's co-engineered with Zeiss. And of course, on top of that, you get other flagship specs. So we're gonna take a quick look at what comes inside the box, and then of course, get some hands-on with the new X100 Pro. Let's get started. Here's the X100 Pro from Vivo. I notice it's the official smartphone of the Euros in Germany this year, so that's pretty exciting. Anyways, let's open it up. Right away, we get the device. Gonna build some suspense, set it to the side. Inside the box, you get a SIM ejection tool plus your standard booklets and a case. So nice, it does come with a little bit of protection for your device. You also get a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable for charging, plus a 120 watt charging brick via USB Type-C, Vivo flash charge all the way up to 120 watts. And on to what you came to see, the X100 Pro. This is the Asteroid Black color with 16 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of storage. So a smooth texture on the back. Obviously a very prominent camera module. We are gonna boot the phone up for the first time, and while it turns on, we're gonna take a closer look at the hardware. So down at the bottom, you've got your SIM card slot, a microphone, USB Type-C port, and one of our speakers. Moving along on the right side, you'll notice that display is curved. You do have a power button and volume rockers. Make note of the camera bump. Obviously, with a big camera module, you are going to get a fairly large bump. And then up towards the top here, you've got another microphone. I believe that's an IR blaster, a nice welcome addition. It also does say professional photography. Moving along on the left side, you've got absolutely nothing. Now flipping it over on the back, you do have some Vivo branding, just a closer look at that color, and there it is, that crazy Zeiss camera module. Like I mentioned, all three are 50 megapixels. That main lens is a 1-inch sensor. You have a 50 megapixel ultra wide, and that periscope lens is up to 4.3 times optical zoom. Now they're calling it a floating telephoto camera for more stabilization in handheld shots, but you can also get really close, up to 18 centimeters, so you can get more macro shots as well. I'm excited to test this out. Now I'm going to run through the startup process, talk about anything that's noteworthy. Now there is an in-display fingerprint scanner. I'd also like to point out there's a pre-installed screen protector on the phone, which will peel off in just a second. I would recommend keeping it on. So here we go. Nice vibration haptic feedback. It's a little lower than I'm used to, the fingerprint placement, but like I always say, it just takes a little bit of time. That was really quick, actually. You can add more if you'd like to. You also can set up face unlock. As promised, always satisfying. But again, I'd recommend keeping this on if you'd like. Now, I'd also like to point out, while holding the device, I sort of rest my hand underneath the camera module, and it does feel pretty balanced overall. You sort of just rest it here. I'd also like to point out there's some nice texture around it, sort of like a watch crown texture. Just gives it a nice little more polished look. And here's a close look at that 6.78 inch 2800 by 1260 resolution display. Now this is a curved AMOLED display. Not only that, at 120 hertz. Looks like it's enabled out of the box. We can double check by going into settings, display and brightness, and scrolling down. The resolution out of the box, that's good to know. 2800 by 1260, as opposed to, you can bump it down to 1080p if you'd like to do that. And screen refresh rate right now is on Smart Switch, which you can have it bump it down to 60 hertz, or you can force it to 120 hertz if you'd like it to be really smooth at all times, but Smart Switch is probably the way to go. I'd also like to point out the peak brightness is 3000 nits, which is really bright. So when you're in direct sunlight, you should have no problem seeing this display. And not only do you have that fast charging, but you also have a 5400 milliamp hour battery, which is, you know, about 400 milliamp hours more than the standard flagship Android device. So it's nice to see a little bit larger battery inside. Excited to test out battery life, especially with that Dimensity 9300 chipset. And I did just test it, but let's set our finger down on that fingerprint scanner, do a quick test, a nice light vibration when you unlock it. With the display off, setting our finger down does also work. So once you get that spot down, you can just set your finger on and it will unlock. So it seems to be very accurate and quick. Now, let's test out that crazy camera system. Just going to snap a few quick pictures. Shutter speed seems to be very quick. Now, with that being said, right away, you got 0.6, 15 millimeters, so you can take a lot more in the shot with the ultra wide angle lens, or you can go up to 46 millimeters at the 2x. Now 4.3, that's the 100 millimeters, so that is the optical zoom you can get up to 4.3. So again, this isn't digital zoom, that is optical zoom. Look at that detail, that's actually really impressive. Now, not only that, you can go up to 233 millimeters at 10x, but if you want to continue and keep going, you can go all the way up to 100x. And there we go. You're still getting some detail on that 100x shot, even this close up. That's kind of wild to me. But I also want to test out that macro mode. So up at the top, you can select super macro, can enhance the bokeh effect of your subjects. It switches to that 4.3 millimeter, but there we go. So I'm actually fairly close, I would say, to it. Again, what did I say, 18 centimeters? So you'll notice watch how quick look at that focus. Boom. That's actually, that autofocus is really impressive. Wow, look at that. Okay, so that's really good to see, and it's really close, and you can get some really up close macro shots. Also, very quickly, I noticed you can go to 8.6, so you can double it and get even closer. And that autofocus is just really quick. Moving it, it focuses on the wall texture, and then bam, right when it shows up in the viewfinder, it focuses. There's a few different color styles, vivid, textured, or the Zeiss natural look. So vivid saturates things a little bit more, and you can mess around depending on the specific scene and the type of shot you want. There's snapshot, there is a night mode there, a portrait mode right here, which gives you the different focal lengths, 85, 150, all the way down to 24 there. Now on the right side, you can actually select how much bokeh you want. There's different types as well, Zeiss tuning, but if you want a little stronger bokeh, you can go up to f.95 or all the way down to f16 for weaker bokeh effect. When it comes to video, you can shoot all the way up to 8K 30 frames a second or 4K 60 frames a second. You also have cinematic portrait mode, and then when we go to more, you have that high resolution if you want to take advantage of all 50 megapixels, super moon if you want to take a shot of the moon, astrophotography, time lapse, a lot of different ones, and of course the welcome pro mode. One thing I noticed when sitting flat on a table, obviously it elevates it with the camera bump. However, it's still balanced. It doesn't rock. It's actually kind of nice. And quickly going into settings, you do have an always on display that you can turn on, which I always like having. That is great to be able to just glance and check the time and notifications. There's dynamic effects. There's a lot of them. So ambient light, enhanced interface, dynamic motion blur, if you'd like that, weather backgrounds you can go to, but ambient light effects, custom time with music, display ambient light effect while music's playing, incoming calls. You could change home screen animations, your fingerprint icon animation, if that's something you care about, face recognition, USB insertion animation. So there's a lot, even screen on and off. That brings you back to the old days of Android with the screen off animation. So let's say off. That didn't really look very much. Oh, I guess I have to hit apply, don't I? So let's try that. There we go. So when you turn it on, you can see the screen sort of fly in. So just some nice subtle animations that you have with their Fun Touch OS, which is their skin on top of Android. Quick shortcuts with 3 fingers. You can go to split screen. There's floating small windows you can add, and a lot more added to Android, plus an ultra game mode. And ultra game mode might be great, especially using all the big cores within the Dimensity 9300, so you should have a very powerful phone in your hands. Anyways, very quickly, the bottom and top are really flat, so I want to see if I can balance it. Don't try this at home. And that's actually harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be able to balance this pretty easily. Oh, there we go. We did it. So yes, this phone can balance on its own. Again, don't do that, but just noticing how flat the bottom is.
All right, that's it for me on the X100 Pro from Vivo. I hope you enjoyed the video. More to come, so be sure to click that subscribe button. Be sure to follow me on various social media linked down below. And as always, thanks for watching.